Today on iPod 70, Alto Dolce. For the Vertuo line, let's get started. Hello and welcome back to another coffee tasting video. If it's your first time here, we are an Nespresso-centric channel. We deal with the original line and the Vertuo line of Nespresso. If that is what you came for, you have found the right channel. To my returning Podhead family, any and all announcements will be at the end. But without further ado, we are going to get to today's star attraction, and it's kind of an unknown one. It came onto my radar because of an email. So they're going to be getting rid of some of these, and I thought, man, I haven't actually reviewed them. And before they get rid of them, let's see how they play out and if we need to stock up on them. So today's star attraction is Alto Dolce, and it's the XL size, which means it's going to be 14 ounces. Let's see what they say about it. Okay, so Dolce XL, the aromatic profile. The medium flow preserves the singular mildness and support the body of this coffee by decreasing its volume all along the brewing. Whatever that means, okay. Let's see, smooth and round, soft and mellow notes define this mildly roasted pure Arabica blend. At first, caramel and sweet toasted bread aromas appear, setting the pace for the aromatic profile, while the blending of three Latin American smoothness and overall balance. While the blending of three Latin American smoothness and overall balance. I have no idea who wrote this, but I am a little bit lost as to what I'm exactly supposed to. Latin America smoothness and overall balance. Wow, that one is a confusing sentence. It is intensity 4. It is 14 ounces, so we're gonna have an extra large cup. That was very confusing to read. But we got the pods here, so let's take a look at those. All right, well there's your pod. Kind of almost a purple gray pod, kind of almost satiny looking. It is labeled on the bottom, which we love. Caramel and sweet bread notes. Alto Dolce. Let's go brew a cup. I am actually not sure if I have a coffee mug large enough to hold this, but we're gonna give it a go. So round one, let's get this guy going. Well, it did hold it. It just didn't hold the crema. Wow. They said intensity level 4. Yeah, that is, wow. That is very, very, very light. I hope you can see that on the camera. It is incredibly light, but we lost a little bit of crema, but I don't think it's going to affect it a whole lot. It's got a little bit of a, yeah, they said bake or like bread notes. It kind of has like a little bit of like a cracker smell to it. Huh, like a toasted cracker smell. So yeah, bread. All right, let's go give it a taste. I think, I hope that's actually visible. Once I stirred it, it seemed like what was sitting on the bottom got blended up through it. Now that level 4 seems more correct. Level 4, 5. Once I stirred it, it was almost like the oil and whatever was in the bottom of the cup actually came up through and kind of got together. So I think that's a more accurate rating now, level 4, level 5, somewhere in there. So let's give this a taste. Not bad. That's, that would be a, yeah, not bad. This is, to me, they mentioned caramel, bread notes, it kind of, or that aromas of it. I thought it kind of smelled like a toasted cracker. The caramel, not so much, but kind of that, yeah, like a bread, toasted cracker smell. It is a sweeter coffee, so I think the sweetness, that definitely comes through. It's got a really nice, smooth, sweet, smells a little bit like a toasted cracker. It's just kind of an okay cup of coffee. I think this would be, honestly, a great pod for like your morning commute. You put it in your travel mug or your tumbler and have it as your morning commute coffee. I think this would be great. It doesn't feel heavy. It's got a little bit of a lighter taste to it, just a little bit of sweetness. It's just a nice flavored cup of coffee. Nothing remarkable, nothing real bad about it. I don't know where the acid level's at, but I would guess it at 1, bitterness probably 1, maybe a real light 2 on the bitterness. Body or oil, it's got a nice mouth texture. I don't know what it has for oil, but it feels like it has a little bit of an oil to it. So I would say body is kind of like in the middle for me, like a 2.5, 3, somewhere in there for body. Just a good overall cup of coffee. I don't see anything wrong with this if you, like I said, use it as a morning commute cup or even just your morning coffee. It's a lot. I honestly, I'm gonna try it with some milk, but I don't know what mug I'm gonna put this in because I truly don't have a mug that's gonna hold this. So it's gonna take a little bit of looking. But we're gonna dig around in the kitchen, see if we can find something to hold this and a few ounces of milk. So let's go round 2. Let's go brew another cup. All right, so after rummaging around through the kitchen, we couldn't find anything that would actually hold all that milk plus the entire pod. So I'm gonna brew the pod into that pour over carafe. So I'm gonna get that going. While that one's brewing, I'm gonna take 5 ounces of milk or 148 milliliters. I'm gonna add that into here. That is pretty full for these, but I'm also going to add in 1 pump. You know what, for this much, I'm gonna add 2 pumps of sweetener, and then I'm going to put this on maximum froth. I want the most I can get just to add to that wonderful texture that the Alto already had. It just finished, still dripping just a hair. Put the tray under it there. And the milk just finished. Oh man, woo, we got a lot of froth. Let's put these two together here. Oh yeah, oh man. It's gonna be all it can do to hold this. Oh man. Holy cow. This is ridiculous. Let's go give it a taste. I did want to note that it did have a little bit of separation between it and the milk, which means it does have a little bit of oil in it, which is probably why that texture is so pleasant. Let's give it a taste. That's really good. That's really good. Honestly, nothing wrong with this pod at all. There's nothing remarkable about it, but there's nothing wrong with it. The 5 ounces of milk, I think, is perfect. It's balancing the milk sweetness along with the pod sweetness, along with the sweetness we added. It all adds up to a very pleasant, wonderful, this would be a great morning commute coffee. If you got a 20-ounce tumbler, it's gonna be all it can do to hold it, but that would be perfect. And yeah, overall, just a very, very good cup of coffee. I don't really have any complaints, not sure why they're discontinuing it. Maybe they're going to reformulate it and bring it back, but this is good. If you want a good, I keep saying the morning commute. I don't typically drink that large of a cup of coffee in the middle of the afternoon. Maybe some of you do. But I'm thinking this one's more as a tumbler, something to drive with, that kind of thing. 5 ounces of milk in there in a 20-ounce tumbler. This is perfect. So let's take a look at what they're doing. All right, so we got the Dolce XL, cereal, malted, smooth, and round. I think that's pretty accurate. It's got a great toasted note, $12 a sleeve or $1.20 a capsule. Where does that leave this one? It's $1.20 a capsule, but we have to think that's really only a 10-cent premium on basically a double cup of coffee. Because to get 14 ounces, you would basically have to brew 2 pods. So the little minor upcharge for this really isn't significant, and it's a good cup of coffee. Smooth, rounded. I agree. This was great. This is great. 3 out of 5 pods. It just sits nicely in the middle. It's good. And that's all you can ask. That's a great little pod. I think one that you'd enjoy. If you haven't picked them up or tried them, may want to snag it before they discontinue it. That'll bring us to a close of this week's video. I thank you so much for your time. If you've made it this far, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're alerted anytime we drop a new video, which is every Friday. For my Podhead family, over the next few weeks, as you've noticed, today was one of them. This Dolce, this XL, we got an Intenso one coming, we got some decaf stuff. We just reviewed El Vazio, and now they're discontinuing it, one of my new favorites, and they're discontinuing it. They're discontinuing quite a few pods, so I'm gonna try to get through the ones that they're discontinuing as quickly as I can, just so you know, should you stock up or let them go and look for what's new. So that's gonna be kind of the next few weeks, providing they don't release something new. If they release something new, I'll have to put a break in there and do the new one. But other than that, that's kind of the anticipated chain of events, so to speak. For my patrons, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. You got it 2 days early before everybody else, the Kahawa Ya Congo versus Kahawa Ya Congo. It was a head-to-head. I hope you enjoyed that. Speaking of my patrons, these wonderful people you see scrolling here, they make a lot of what we do on this channel possible. Without them, the channel wouldn't be where it's at today, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart. And getting the video out to you guys a few days early or a day early is just a small token of a thank you for what you do and what you've done for the channel. And for those of you thinking of joining, if you would like to receive the videos like this one a couple of days in advance, join us over at patreon.com/IPON70. You can join us there, support the channel for as little as $1 a month. For those of you that maybe had noticed, we gotta address the elephant in the room. This is my wife's newest board, living in a coffee world. I hope you guys enjoy it. We didn't feature it last week, but some of you noticed the new board, so I just wanted to give you a close-up shot of the great artwork that she did. If you'd like, drop a comment down below. Tell her what a great job she did on the board. She's sitting behind the camera going, oh no. Well, she's not an artist, so those boards take her a lot of time, and she's always nervous when we show a new board. So hopefully you guys will be kind. I know you will. You always are. But until next Friday, have a great rest of your day. Dolce, okay. Caramel and sweet bread notes, Alto Dolce. Did I say it wrong again? Dolce, 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 Dolce. Caramel and sweet bread notes, Alto. I can't get the word out. Caramel and sweet bread notes. Alto Dolce. I can't get this out. Okay, here we go again. Let's try it. Caramel and sweet bread notes. Alto Dolce. Let's go brew a cup. I think I got it finally.